for business or work. Conferences and workshops can take place with all the appropriate protocols. However, I encourage the use of virtual platforms for such engagements. Restaurants should provide takeaway services and should, as much as possible, avoid seated service.
Still on the address, President Akufo-Addo stated that government is working assiduously to procure 17 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines by the end of June 2021. According to him, only vaccines evaluated and declared safe would be procured and administered.
Fellow Ghanaians, in update number 21, I indicated that Ghana is set to procure her first consignment of the COVID-19 vaccines within the first half of this year. Since then, a lot of work has been done towards the realization of this. Our aim is to vaccinate the entire population with an initial target of 20 million people. Through bilateral and multilateral means, we're hopeful that by the end of June, a total of 17,600,000 vaccine doses would have been procured for the Ghanaian people. The earliest vaccine will be in the country by March. The Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, will use its established processes for granting emergency use authorization for each vaccine in Ghana. As President of the Republic, I assure you that only vaccines that have been evaluated and declared as safe for use in Ghana will be administered.
Still on coronavirus, the Food and Drugs Authority has approved the first herbal medicine for clinical trial on the coronavirus treatment in Ghana. This was contained in a statement released by the FDA on Monday, February 1. The Food and Drugs Authority has approved a herbal medicine known as Cryptolepis sanguinolenta, locally known as Nibima, for clinical trials for the treatment of COVID-19. The statement said the School of Public Health at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology submitted a clinical trial application in September 2020. It added that the trials will be conducted at 2 sites. This was made known in a communique issued on Monday, February 1, 2021, and signed by Chief Executive Officer of the FDA, Mrs. Delise A.A. Darkon. According to the authority, the approval was granted in January 2021. The statement disclosed that the herbal medicine was submitted by the School of Public Health at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. The authority added that it gave the authorization after detailed assessment. It insisted that it did so under Section 150 to 166 of the Public Health Act 2012, Act 851. Now, the Ghana Medical Association has said 7 doctors so far have succumbed to the COVID-19 since it emerged in the country. 5 of the doctors died last year, while 2 passed this year. President of the association, Dr. Frank Ankobia, disclosed this in an interview.
It comes after President Akufo-Addo announced a ban on weddings and funerals as part of the government's effort to combat the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has disclosed that 5 nurses and midwives have died since the outbreak of COVID-19 in Ghana last year. According to the association, over 800 nurses have also been hit with the virus, some of whom have recovered and returned to work. So far, 416 people have died from the deadly diseases, according to the president, with the current active cases shooting up to 5,358. Currently, Ghana has 170 and 44 persons in severe and critical condition, respectively. The president also urged churches and mosques to strictly implement COVID-19 protocols, adding that government will take delivery of first COVID-19 vaccines by March 2020.
Away from that, the Member of Parliament for the North Tongue constituency in the Volta region, Mr. Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has described government's decision to maintain the $150 COVID-19 testing fee for non-ECOWAS members as outrageous. According to him, This is not the attitude for fighting a pandemic that requires the involvement of everyone.
President Akufo-Addo on Sunday, January 31, 2021, said testing for COVID-19 for all nationals of ECOWAS have been capped at $50 following the 58th Ordinary Section of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS held on Saturday, January 23, 2021, by video conferencing. Nana Akufo-Addo said the cost for other nationals outside the sub-region will, however, remain at $150.
At the 58th Summit of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government, held virtually, it was agreed that the cost of the COVID test for inbound ECOWAS nationals be pegged at $50 United States at the Kotoka International Airport. The cost of the test for non-ECOWAS nationals still remains $150 United States. ECOWAS nationals and travelers who test positive will bear the cost of the mandatory isolation and treatment. Ghanaian nationals, however, who test positive upon their arrival into the country will have their isolation and treatment costs borne by the state.
But Mr. Blacker wanted this decision to be reviewed. He insisted that Ghana will be worse off if other governments decide to reciprocate. He added that the NDC caucus in Parliament will demand an investigation into the $150 charged so far at the Kotoka International Airport. He made this comment via a post on his social media handles.
And that will be all for local stories. We will be back with business. Please stay.
For the past 8 years, Hope College, with its serene environment, coupled with excellent facilities and dedicated teachers, have churned out many successful graduates doing well in universities across Ghana and all over the world. Here are a few.
My name is Rejana Mensah Abusi, a fourth-year medical student from the University of Cape Coast. I attended Hope College from the years 2013 to 2016. Hope College was a great preparatory stage for entering the world. It instilled in me virtues such as honesty and integrity, and that has brought me this far. Choose Hope College.
My name is Judith Edem Middleton Dugbe, a second-year medical student of the University of Cape Coast. I completed Hope College in the year 2019. At Hope College, quality-driven education is assured, and the mind is educated as well as the heart. Choose Hope College.
My name is Comfort Ajimandia, a level 200 law student at the University of Ghana. I completed Hope College in the year 2019, and my stay there was a wonderful experience. Apart from the fact that the environment is serene and very conducive for teaching and learning, the teachers are also highly experienced and display an unwavering dedication towards the student's body. This dedication is not limited to classroom activities only, but extends to the social, emotional and psychological life of the students through mentorship programs. The idea of schooling is not based on only academics, but includes the preparation of students for the battle ahead. In this vein, Hope College promises to equip each student to face the realities of life. Choose Hope College.
The parents of our students, both past and present, are equally satisfied and proud.
My name is Professor Kwadwo Appiah. I'm Assistant Professor of Law at the University of Ghana. I had the privilege of enrolling my son Yao at Hope College, and I considered it a blessing because he came out as a well-rounded person in terms of his behavior, how to even do chores at home, and the commitment to his studies. I chose Hope College because I believed in the principle of being raised in a close-knit Christian environment, where Christian ethics are used as a principle to discipline students and train them to become useful citizens for Mother Ghana and of course for themselves as well. Yao embodied those qualities when he came out of Hope College, and so I consider it as one of the top-notch secondary schools in the country that people should be willing to enroll their students in. So choose Hope College.
My name is Mrs. Sarah Ansan, the headmistress of Sakumono Complex 2 JHS. And my daughter is Ekia Ohiniwa Ansan, a second-year student of the college reading General Arts. I chose Hope College simply because in terms of academic excellence, I think Hope College is one of the best, if not the best, because they've not been in the system for quite a long time, but their track record is something that we can boast about. I will encourage every parent who wants a child to go to a private SHS and make it to choose Hope College.
My name is Fred Asari. I am the founding headmaster of Hope College and currently the group managing director of Village of Hope. For character, scholarship, service and leadership, choose Hope College for the education of your child.
Admission in progress. Locate Hope College in Gomwafete behind the Village of Hope campus. Visit www.vohgroup.org or call 020 023 7175 0248 748944. Hope College. Character, scholarship, service, leadership.
Have you ever been in a fix where your phone is your only way out, but your phone battery runs out when you need it the most? Introducing Ignite Charging Solutions. Power your mobile devices with an Ignite charging station anywhere, anytime. Our charging devices come in desktop chargers, portable charging and cocktail tables, in-car chargers, charging kiosks with lockers and screens for advertising, wall and stand mount charging stations, slim, sleek and mini power banks. Ignite chargers are perfect for homes, offices, hotels, restaurants, clubs, bars, banks, airports, cars, and at all indoor and outdoor events. Call us on 0244 238423 or visit us on all social media platforms and on www.myignite.co.uk. Now you can take charge of your life whenever, wherever. Ignite, we power your mobile devices.
Welcome back. Let's do some business stories. Now, the leadership of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union is set to meet the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission this week to finalize negotiations on their conditions of service.
The meeting follows a nationwide strike by the union to demand the conclusion of the said negotiation initiated in 2019. Executive of TAWU had asked all its members to resume work on Monday pending the meeting. General Secretary of TAWU Mike Denchero Kranche in an interview said they are hopeful their concerns will be addressed. TAWU has been in talks with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission since June 2019 on a review of the condition of services for unionized staff of the public universities, having declared an indefinite strike nationwide on Wednesday, 13 January 2021, to demand better conditions of service. Although the union national leadership called off the strike on January 18, some of its members have refused to follow the directive. However, it issued a press statement directing all members to resume to work. It insisted that suspending the industrial action will make negotiation to be conducted in good faith.
Away from that, Ghanaian importers are now paying more than double the amount they paid for freight pre-COVID, as global shortage of shipping containers has drastically shot up the cost of moving goods from various parts of the world to Ghanaian ports.
Transporting a 20-footer container from the point of origin to the nation's port now cost the importer about $6,000 from $2,400 pre-COVID. Freight charge for a 40-footer container has more than doubled to between $10,000 and $13,000 from the previous rate of $4,400. The scarcity of shipping boxes or container has become a major threat to the shipping businesses, with their cost implications, specifically the sharp rise in freight rate. Freight charge, also known as freight rate, is the amount pay to a carrier, either a seaborne or airborne, for the transportation of goods from the point of origin to an agreed location. A number of importers have said the increase in freight rate has negatively impacted their capacity to import more goods into the country. It is also feared that a lot of them could go out of business should GRA Custom decide to use the new rate to calculate the duties on imports. Mr. Aringobit indicated that the increase in freight has nothing to do with the quantity of goods in the container. Customs is aware of our situation and they are still using the old rate. He was also emphatic that prices of goods will go up with or without an increase in duties, considering the huge cost of freight that is being borne by importers.
And that would be all for business. We'll be back with international news. Do stay.
Ano kwa mama yenka semfidie gu baabi se manko Ahmed Lab a anka minim se lab gumu ahodo Ahmed Lab nkuto ni lab a se wokọ na oye hwehwemu fa wo nipadua mu anampo se wodwunso mu a yenjimu echiye se wakọ ayaresabia na dokita aka cho se koye hwehwemu fa wo nipadua mu umogya mu anampo se wodwunso mu no ana se wankasa na wopese wo hu se yarewa bi ewo wo nipadua mu a entwentwen wo na ase kra mekanfo Ahmed Lab ema oye hwehwemu fa yade bi te se typhoid, diabetes, aye esecho yade, hepatitis D and C, cancer, aye kokram yade, a etimi to wutiri mu, onufu mu, oyefunu mu, anampo se obema mu, brebo mu yade kwanko HIV/AIDS, anampo se oba fafro, na opese ohun se oba no, obewo oba, anase bema, anampo se mofra no oyentafo, anase ahinasa, ko Ahmed Lab owo mfidie wanwaso a ode ye nipadua mu hwehwemu ahodo nyina da ebi ubehu ye chi akwan ewo Kumase ofori krom ye ne STC yard no na edi animhwe freye ahomatrofo iso 0244964922 anase 0541143168 Ahmed Lab mu akonini.
Let's settle for some foreign news. Now, Al-Shabaab militants have killed 5, including retired Army General, in a hotel blast. As the smoke arises from the site of the blast, Mogadishu was once more rocked by fighters of the Al-Qaeda-linked Islamist group of Al-Shabaab.
On Sunday afternoon, as an armed militant near a checkpoint on the road leading to the international airport, an Al-Shabaab militant detonated explosive, causing panic in the area. Gunmen then stormed the Afrique Hotel, popular meeting point in a central Mogadishu frequented by many officials, members of the security forces and community leaders. 5 people died in the attack, among which retired Army General Muhammad Migali, a former defense minister known by many in Somalia as a war hero. 3 militants were killed as security forces arrived on the scene, with a 4th dying in the initial detonation. The attack comes at a crucial time for Somalia, as the country was scheduled to hold indirect parliamentary and presidential election before February 8. But with political disagreements, meaning 2 regions won't take part in the vote, political instability may once again worsen in Somalia.
Elsewhere, Myanmar's military has seized power after detaining civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi and other senior members of her governing party. All authority has been given to the top army commander and a 1-year state of emergency has been declared. In the early hours of Monday, the Army's TV station said PA had been handed over to Commander-in-Chief Min Aung Hlaing. Ms. Suu Kyi and other leaders of her National League for Democracy were arrested. Soldiers blocked roads in the capital Nay-Pyi-Taw and the main city Yangon. The state broadcaster went off air. Data and communication services have been disrupted. Banks said they had been forced to close and queues formed at cash machines. One Yangon resident told Reuters news agency, "I don't know what is happening. I'm a bit scared." The military says it's found millions of irregularities in parliamentary elections lost by the army-backed opposition in November. The Election Commission has rejected the fraud claims, but the army has threatened to take action and now says it will use its emergency powers to organize a new vote. The coup follows a landslide win by Ms. Suu Kyi's party in an election which the army claims was marred by fraud. She urged her supporters to not accept it and protest against the coup. In a letter written in preparation for her impending detention, she said the military's actions put the country back under dictatorship. Myanmar, also known as Burma, was ruled by the armed forces until 2011 when democratic reforms spearheaded by Aung San Suu Kyi ended military rule. She spent nearly 15 years in detention between 1989 and 2010. She was internationally hailed as a beacon of democracy and received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991. And that's how we wrap it up on the English version of the news with me, Reward Feng Buckley. The Akan Desk will bring you their version very soon. Have a happy new month.
Heritage Christian College, or HCC, is a university college affiliated to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, and we are accredited by the National Accreditation Board, NAB. HCC is a distinctive Christian university in Ghana today. It's a university intentionally set up to provide what I call a missing link in the tertiary education delivery in Ghana and on the continent of Africa.
Unemployment is a huge issue in our country, Ghana, and for that matter, in the whole of Africa. And that is the difference that Heritage seeks to make, helping to have the Ghanaian young people train and give themselves meaningful jobs without having to wait. This is phenomenal, and we are focused on delivering that.
The Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics is one of the units of HCC that has decided to help the students to be able to develop their skills in entrepreneurship, help them to be able to write business plans, to employ other people. And then they do all of these things in the context of ethics and giving back to society.
Before you finish HCC, you have your own business. It's a privilege to you because you won't be hunting around looking for a job. You already have your job. So with a CEP, if you're a student in Heritage Christian University, you have a great opportunity of becoming an entrepreneur right after school.
Our company name is Rosemarsh Farms Ghana Limited. Our vision is to be the preferred choice for quality, affordable, and value-added agricultural products.
At Apex Track, we are into tracking of vehicles, both for commercial and for private owners. And we provide value for our customers. HCC gave us the opportunity to become who we are today.
In our modest way, we want to make learning very practical. We want to train people not only in the theory, but even important is our students to be able to apply whatever theory that they learn into resolving very everyday problems. In this modern world, in this era, there is nothing that you can do well without the use of technology. Everything is driven by technology, and we want to be relevant.
They gave me the opportunity to own a laptop so that I could pay in installments. Per the course I'm doing, the laptop that they exposed us to really helped me.
The actual thing that convinced me to come to Heritage was the fact that I'm going to have 24-hour Wi-Fi. A student is going to be given a laptop. So this was like a chance for me. I mean, it was like, that's it, that's where I want to be.
We don't just want to train people to go and then cater for the physical needs of people, but to also cater for the spiritual need. These leaders as well also start their own community development initiatives to impact lives in various parts of Ghana and Africa.
Although we are new, we are already seeing evidence of the impact of the kind of teaching and training we are giving them. We have students who have been in school for 2-3 years, and some of them have already started small businesses, not big, but they are excited about it. And we have students, a number of them who are right now working on their business plans to be assessed and evaluated and coached. And it's really gathering momentum.
We are inviting you to enroll this admission period. Admission is in progress for the 2020-2021 academic year.
Our degree programs include Bachelor of Business Administration in Marketing, Accounting, Banking and Finance, Human Resource Management, Business Information Technology Management. We also have Bachelor of Science Information Technology and Bachelor of Theology. HCC runs tutorials for professional programs in ICA, Ghana, CIM, CIB, ICM. ICM courses are Professional Computing, Journalism and Media Studies, Accounting and Finance, Marketing and Public Relations, Human Resource, Project Management, and Business Studies. Applicants who want short courses within 2 to 3 months can also come for programs such as web designing, graphic design, basic computing, MS Office Suite, programming, and networking. ACC's admissions requirement conform to the National Accreditation Board standards, and that is 3 core, 3 electives including English and Maths in WASSCE or SSC with credit pass or better. We also admit with GBC and ABC. We also admit HND top-ups. Mature students can apply, take an entrance exams, and be admitted upon passing.
Ghana Adeshimama, Yamajo Amakwaba Sonko about True TV, and Penese and Quampa and a try a dra, Samampa and a Trimbadin, Samanfoka Taman Ponifitas for the Senti Bedin Shemusia, not yet dear Catrema, Eberissa, I can't Cassiabo, I'm a chauffeur, our True TV, I can't Cassiaboso, a brasso. Say a day I can't Cassiabo, Ebramia, me personal Kenya, and name me Kenkai, I can't Cassiabo at the Amamo, a Amansan Sonfo, Oben, Che, Buffalo. And Penese Ebra Yota for Henu Kuta etanimum abosoba and Nama a Japanese senti and Rekaseway, dear Edimu Akotenibi. Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado, Ede Ato Ghana Fonina and him say, Onina buying a ye do bet me a ye biara sene peya, onum ebinya vaccine na omtimi ede akon etia ya dear COVID-19. Sala and ye to boom to say a boy kodia and hune sentemu could do amonia. Somalia man mu atuatefoɔ kuo bi ama ho so asabe wɔnom akototutuo agu bia ɛyɛ ahomgye bia ne nam so ama nipa bebree ɛna etwa ayadwo etwa ho abaye ba yɛde nkyiremu ɛsɛ fata ɛbɛma yɛn ahwɛfoɔ. Aha. We abusua yetua kesem senti yenye bre ni anwedwe na yenyi aku emfa engu ewiem sade aboa sansa kokochiraka ejemfre ewo ewiem. Eyi ni de etoso aduonum yansa Ghana mampani Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ene tiaseman Ghana akasa afa eye yade COVID-19 ho. Ena no so ama Ghana mampani ede ato Ghana fo nyina enim se sabe se de one mpanifo ene apomden asoye eye hyehyeye pa wonum betumi aboa enya vaccine de betumi akon ede atia yade COVID-19. Esan yade COVID-19 yade a ekum ntiamoa ekum domrochewa bapa yade a ekum aboa koto eto anwapara so yade a ama ewiase afa na nyina abonyanya na sabe ewiase mu akoniaba edie aye ho akoye ensempi oyi ene de etoso aduonu miansa Ghana mampani Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ene tiaseman Ghana akasa afa yade COVID-19 ho ewo oman Ghana mu Ghana for ebekaya ebra edikanya omampani Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ene oman Ghana ekasa ya afia etwamu ne bosomia na etoso miensemu a eye march mu ebra Ghana mampani ene Ghana for ekasa de na etoso aduonu mienum no na enipa enya yade COVID-19 no a de efra active cases no na ye empem emiensa na so sese de yade ahuri amanemuso a yade enipa asabre wonum enya bie akwakodu empinum okoso echemu se ebe na wotwe mienu entem no nanka dabia no enipa enya yade bie eye ahanu nanso sese de yade amanemu so a enipa ahanson ena da ne da wonum ensa eka yade yi bie enam so ama omampani ede ato omanfo nyina enim se wonum emomoden emoa aban ewo bra sabre aban eye de obetumi aye biara na watumi akon atia yade COVID-19 enam so ama Ghana mampani ede atodwa se one na aban ene apomuden asoye eye de obetumi aye biara se beya wonum betumi anya vaccine a ebetumi akon atia yade COVID-19 nanam so ebema omanfo apomuden ebetumi awie peye.
I indicated that Ghana is set to procure her first consignment of the COVID-19 vaccines within the first half of this year. Since then, a lot of work has been done towards the realization of this. Our aim is to vaccinate the entire population with an initial target of 20 million people. Through bilateral and multilateral means, we're hopeful that by the end of June, a total of 17,600,000 vaccine doses would have been procured for the Ghanaian people.
Ebusunya yedaso ewo COVID-19 ensensem Ghana mampeni enida ebra one omanfo ekasa no okoso edetudwa se one na ban ene apomden asoye eye de obetumi aye biara sane beya obetumi aboa ama yade a yefen COVID-19 ebekoso abrase nanso ebema omanfo enya wonfa ahodie eno ena Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado de tudwa se sabre se de ode tabuno ato ayeywo so ene miamia te se bia koje wade anasa efushiase ena emia nipa bebre ko honom koje womanu aduana na so koje edigye no sabre se de ode tabuno ato so esan yade COVID-19 a age ewiase aboso enam so ama ene ewiase akoni ba edie aho ayeden ewo wiase afa na nyina no enam so ama ebi ate aka tiaseman Ghana Omampani Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ono enete edwam anase ote abanwa so akasa de toso aduonu miensa enam so amasabe Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ede tabono atoto miamia bi a anka enipa dodo no ekogye wani anase wonom ekope wan anu aduane eno Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ede ato edwase se wohwe ne ekoso ewo manyimu a se wantu saa anamono a ede wahaw ebebre tiaseman Ghana enam so ama Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ede tabono ato beebi a yeye ayiye so beebi a eye ayefusia beebi a eye restaurant amanfo kodidie ene mpo enenya de a asorefo ebenya kwanya atena asoredem donhwere 9 donhwere num dabi wote sese de yensan konua be donhwere mienu ntem etwase asorefo timi pon na badodo na etimi ko wafie mu sanse enhwehwemu edi se bia enipadodo ekokobo chenkuo no eho ene ya yade eti emanem nsuo ne senti ne twase Ghana fo nyina etimi ekobenkro mu ne ye asotie edema omampani se ne beya enhyehyeye ebetumi akoye enam so ama wakoso ede atodwa se akane no ode todwa se enipa eye aduonu enum enanketwa se wonum kosie wom adehye ewo bra won dehye aka enkyinagu eno omampani ede atodwa se wasan ahyesa asem kena efri eneko obi biala ne dehye ebeka enkyinagu no se base abusua ekope ne korabea wonum abrosoa enipa aduonu num eno ntine twa se omanfo etimi kan ehye no so ne beya ebetumi akon etia yade COVID-19 Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ekoso ekiremu se papa so opa enwoma so enye nanum ene ye ne de na emum ne ye yentia sane beya omanfo apomden ebetumi awie payenti ene ode san hyehyeye agu kwan so na etwa se omanfo etumi bua na enhyehyeye apomden asoye ene aban ede agu kwan so ne nyina ebetumi afa so aboa ama enwoma atumi afa yesanse se enkwan eye da eta ano enso enum bi eno nti se omemu apomden etimi wie peya eboa ama ankwankwa enyina etumi etumpom.
So fellow Ghanaians, until further notice, funerals, weddings, concerts, theatrical performances and parties are banned. Private burials with no more than 25 people can take place with the enforcement of the social distancing, hygiene and mask wearing protocols. Beaches, nightclubs, cinemas, and pubs continue to be shut. Our borders by land and sea remain closed. All workplaces, public and private, must employ a shift system for workers, in addition to the use of virtual platforms for business or work. Conferences and workshops can take place with all the appropriate protocols. However, I encourage the use of virtual platforms for such engagements. Restaurants should provide takeaway services and should, as much as possible, avoid seated services. To the revered leaders of our religious organizations, that is our churches and mosques, I entreat you to enforce to the letter the protocols relating to attendance, i.e. the 2-hour duration, 1 meter social distancing, mask wearing, use of sanitizers, and the presence of Veronica buckets, liquid soaps, and rolls of tissue paper.
Eno Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado edi afutu akọ adiama National Sports Authority ena Ghana Football Association say wonu enhwe enu omrante enkasa na wonu nya ahweye papa anya sadia enye na enye obi enekum entwe nemu bosi akọ nkasa na di ne ti edi akyerema anhwe ya na tumi mpo a wode ama eye agokansi a ekoso ewo man Ghana mu no na osa ebeje efri ensem esanse sabre wo hwe enhyehyeye anka etwase eye wonu ma enije kansi anasa agudie hu nsem ehwe ababua amanioma atimi akoso no sese omo to enema agegeme no ana Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado ede afutuo akọ ama Sports Authority ena Ghana Football Association so wonum emomoden se enhyehyeye no wonum betimi adiso na nam so bema wonum so enije awie won peye.
The National Sports Authority and the Ghana Football Association should ensure compliance with the 25% capacity rule in our stadia, with spectators respecting the social distancing rule and wearing of masks.
Ene yisem ene se afedie Ghana Food and Drug Authority and National Medicine Regulatory Agency ama kwan se School of Public Health a ewo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology tumi se afedie wono ebetumi ayan hamaduro aboa sanye beye betumi ede akon yade COVID-19 empenisi ebra atokwakyerefo ahyase ewo atifi no na patafo kyerefo nso ahyase ewo anafo enkra efri Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology akyere se sabe sedie School of Public Health for eye hwehwemu a sabre Ghana yama omo kwan a omo so ebenya kwan na sabre ombetimi aye nuro ede aboa ma yatimi de akon ede atia yade COVID-19 asam dada ewumu ene se sabe sedie mpenifo ebo modern ejibre se nanka beya wombe mu tumi nanka omo so betumi aye bibiduo na yatimi de akon atia yade COVID-19 omo ebo no afei ena empanifo ama kwan a sabre yayi poma ewo kwan mu a sabre yamu mutumi krata wono betumi ede aye adwuma na nam so ebema sabre aye kon ede tia yade COVID-19 omo nro so ebetumi aba na yatimi akon ede tia yade COVID-19 wonom ede tudwa se eye wonigi se sabre Ghana Food and Drug Authority for ena afe National Medicine Regulatory Agency for ama won kwan ama sabre wonom so etin be yedro akon ede atia yade COVID-19 wonom ekoso ekyeremu se wonom ewo gidie ewo bibiduro mu a se ebra ya mo kwan so mo ka wontiri epam ho a wonom betumi aye adwumaden akon aboa sane beya ye betumi ede abibiduro so aye adwuma pa na nam so amanipa dodo no asabre eto nananom ewo nsedo ni nyina kofa bai ene yade COVID-19 no wono ebetumi abra nase enam no so ama sabre sedie Ghana fo nyina eni age esanse Ghana fo de emudodo no ene wo gidie ewo abibiduro mu a ye wo gidie se abibiduro so betumi aboa ama yade a ye fene COVID-19 no atumi ato ase enkra no ekoso ekyeremu se School of Public Health for yi ede ahoden eye hwehwemu a sanie omo nche ase enya enuo bi a ebetumi akon aboa yen ama yade COVID-19 ase ebetu awote aseman Ghana mukura sabe se de empire Ghana fo nyina ebon se ebra yade COVID-19 ama no hoso na nam so ama sabe se wiase nyina aye den na nam so ama wiase kasam aya basa no wonyankropon twedi ampon ehu Ghana fo mobosa ne beya obetumi aboa Ghana fo ama yade yebetumi tu ase kura na manfo dada setena ene atrantwi ene apadi a yetimi die ne dada miensa kwa no no enwoma ebetumi akoso ekuo bi a enhye aban ase a yefre won Water and Sanitation for Urban Poor edi PP akoma Accra Metropolitan Assembly ene Accra Metropolitan Education se wonom enye nase ne beya obetumi edi aboa ama yade COVID-19 asabre afanantuma pa na nam so ama sabe nipa dodo no ena eto nanan wonse do no ebetumi abrase ekuo bi a enhye aban ase a yefre won Water and Sanitation for Urban Poor edi PPE akoche Accra Metropolitan Assembly a yetwanitia eka se AME ene Accra Metropolitan Education se onom emfa sa enwomen emwa enkuntia yade COVID-19 enwoma hodo a wondo koye emefo adoye ene Metropolitan Education for ene hand washing sanitation and afi accessories hand washing bowls sanitizers samana ahodo ena face mask ya ebetumi aboa ama yetimi ede akon etia yade COVID-19 ekuoyi edisa enwomi ekoma AMFO ewo won atena bia ewo enkra pomponi mantemu eho ena project officer owura John Alate ekoso editu edwase eye na ho ase wonum etumi ayewe ede boa sane be ebetumi akon ede atia yade COVID-19 okoso ekyeremu se wei enye de edikan a wonum etu anamo aboa sane be ya ebetumi akon atia yade COVID-19 nemom afia etwa mu no wonum ekoso ede ayede bebri ene boa oman Ghana sane be ya yetimi ekon atia yade COVID-19 nam so ema yade no eba fam ni senti sabra yade asama no so bremu na twa se eku ekika omo na de omo no omutimi de boa tiaseman Ghana na niama etimi ekwa enu sanse ewiase de ewo wodonsem no eno ene ya odema pani ebra odene nsam ebe awie no okoso ekyeremu se owojidi awashemu yes enema wonum ede akwache eyamiefu ebetumi aboa amiatimi akon ede atia yade COVID-19 ne senti ne twase omanfo nyina eso etimi bua ne tetiru ene wonum a onyankropon chejampon adomom na musamobie se nyina emeya Ghana moa esansa sabesede Ghana eni atutu akanse ne nyina kofa bai ene yade a yefa ne COVID-19 asabe age ewiase aboso enam so amabia katia seman Ghana abusunya yetoa kasebon so Chief Inspector Gideon Ahene Boaten a oye police kasamafo ewa Upper West Mountain ede atudwa se enya dia Ghana apolisifoɔ ebetena se ahwenhwe han ama asobrachefo ebu emna so nenam so bema obi a anka onna enwe se yade COVID-19 beba na dwosuo no ebeba no so eno nti ode atudwa se obi biala obeye asobrache no onom ebeche ne se 77 prejudice oman Ghana yade emra ena ebu Esan yade COVID-19 a sabe atuasete ewo wiase afana nyina enam so ama sabe ewiase nyina abonyanya esan sa yade kroya sabe obi enim ne eko obi enim ne eba abodi mu hwehwefo ahwehwemu nanso ebese sabe sedie enya de a wonom ensa aka edura ebetumi akon atia yade COVID-19 ti enam so ama sabre Ghana aban ene mpanimfo a ehwe apomdin so aka wontiri apam ho a wonom ede nhyehyeye agu kwan so a eno ene betumi aboa omanfo ama yatumi akon atia yade COVID-19 enam so ama Regional Police Commander a owo Upper West Region ede abetu edwase enya dia Ghana apolisifo ebetena se ayenhwedin ama sabre yade COVID-19 age oman Ghana aboso wose oka na okiremu se onipa ebedi enhyehyeye a aban ede agu akwan so a ebetumi aboa ama sabe yatumi akon ede atia yade COVID-19 ne senti ne twase Ghana fo nyina etumi kan ehye ne nso na enhyehyeye pa aban ene apomuden asoeye ede agu akwan so no yebetumi ede superpepe eno enanam so ama police pani ede atudwa se obi biala obeye asobrachie na enhyehyeye a aban ede agu kwan so obebu nani agu so no enya de a apolisifoɔ ebetena se ayenhwedin ama mfofon ada na okwaye ne senti obi biala opese obu emra so no wonom ebechense ewiase se aboa achichide se openimoja dodo a ensuo enye be frem ne senti obi biala obeya sobrache na apolisifoɔ ebanma no hu se omanyi yede emra na achichiri omanyi na omra enye di buo na omde se nipa kɔ no ebekɔ eye emra no we ebusuya eblason se yeje agopama so ense ni senti sabre yeto ensa ediafre Saint in Sports Richard Aisa na ode abokansie ho nsem abedan yen ahwefo okwan etwa osuo etwa okwan openin hwan oborborbo ade no obo kwan ekoto esuo no epenifo aka ato ho se kwayo hoi se o akira enua no ebom kusu nanso se oben ho a diabiara ewo ne sibe sala enetie ewo nipa dada asetenmu ye wonipa bebre ene wo asase so nanso esono onipa kuo biara ene abusua ofrimu eno nti ene twase one amansan sonfo Obin Che Bafo Asia awo True TV awo bra ye ne enintini ene apabene akatachie ene abrempon esinkonwa na yatase amamre ene abakosem tese besepa ena konini ahan kai let's channel so say empenifo aka to say obi biala ne refi kwan a ne krom hene efa so hye aben no oyira awo dwabo ase eno enkamfua na wonim say nananom akamfo no abusua na dodo ayenson mecha abusua bi te se oyeko aduana ene ne nkaye eye den ana asenefo ebeka ho ema ne ye nwotwe abakosem ekire se obri konfo anoche na asefo ene nananom asenefo nanso nokwasem a ewumu ne se obri konfo anoche ba asase suo no enya de a 77 preduasa ohia woba na mpo owoye na ye den ene obri konfo anoche na asefo ene asenefo asemidie eya asemsebe enunti ene twase woni amansan sonfo Obin Che Bafo hia ewo True TV na wodi nkyeremu ewo ya mamre ene yan abakosem kai hunu se yan abakosem ene ya mamre eye menumienu ejapade
Yakosarama will be a crab ever a cancassia bosso. Emre, you say, Yadi Acropromoson sem, ever done yen ashefo. Na, yes, Emre, Yabeko in Yankasa Yema Muhanu say. Aye, Nanua day weekending, much is beer to Tojano. Yade, aye, a home and some ever bromo, na if yasia. Nay, if yasi, if you resource her at all, a jar, a weekend away. Na, and no.
Exciting fixture coming up. Accra had a full good, then go level of points with league leaders, Bechem United. This man leading the Olympics team, Glasson Awako, is the second highest for Olympics, but it wouldn't. Bulu whistles, Mudasiru Dabi has nil Olympics, no Mudasiru. Was it a foul by Nuru Sule? You can see the outs. Yes, Papit. Referee Bulu whistles. Awaku steps forward. There he goes. Awesome! Magnificent! Glasson Awaku makes it 1-0 for Great Olympics. Oh.
There, wherever you're watching us, many thanks for doing so. Adipa channel 247 it is for Ash Gold, looking forward to 3 maximum points. I would want us to start first on the attendance here. It is not the best for a regional derby as crunchy.
Well, of course, Prince, you are right. It is crunchy. It's an epic encounter, tension packed, and here we go. Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the ball now, Prince.
Kotoko are playing from right to a left on the far side. Ashanti Gold will be defending the area to your left as you watch. Is the first incursion for Kotoko. Ball pushed on by Christopher.
It's Roland Amuzu, sends it back to Mohamed Bello, and referee Maxwell Hansen from Tema.
Third goal for Bechem United.
Like I say, it's all over here at the Nana Fosu Jabo Park. It's Bechem United 3, 11 Wonders 1.
Good enough for both sides, and we're looking to some level of positivity in terms of play from the two sides. King Faisal, you know, originally they are based in Kumasi.
Now, you share results now. Now, I don't know, Bechem United, to me, to suffer 11 Wonders. I'm all born a couple of polymians, and my 11 Wonders to me, consolation go back one, and also Anyasam Katua. King Faisal, alleging Grusa and Brantiano. Once who won a Brekum Chelsea to make the share. So after the first 90 minutes of the game, no, now King Faisal to me, you need 4-3. I will Brekum Chelsea, so and also Anyasam Katua. Crowds of folk, to make a few Dincho, a year 2-0, our great Olympics in Sema, and also Yada and celebrity for Anna Carola. Once or two suffer a mediama, and more, I can say as she so. After the first 90 minutes of the game, na Carola, to me, a winning 2-0, and also Anyasam Katua. Adriana Stars, once or one a Busunia drafts at the as she so. After the 90 minutes first of the game, na Adriana Ashe a bien Emma. A Busunia drafts so to me Ashe Bian, Yade and Honsam Bravo. Na eno to me my table ne change, yen 10 personal. Ye co table no so dia, na Bechem United or 19 points are what they already kind our table no so. Carella 18 points are what second honum. And a West African Football Academy, ye trying to our wafa. One so what a third work at 18 points is Great Olympics. One so what a fourth one, one so work at 18 points are. Oshana, Ebubosu Honoma, Irie Pa, and Ashanti Gold, the miners one so worked at 17 points. I walked also a new Honoma Yasem Katua, and Adriana Stars so worked at 17 points. I also what it also in Sia Honomo. Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko, one so worked at 17 points. Sarah, and also what did a song, and our channel a year. Accra House of Folk, Nyankontom Rantiano, once worked at 16 points, or a 9th position, a Mina Sharks are, once worked at 15 points, and also Yade and Honsem Ebramo. Ye few Honomana, ye call in San Fufromo, only said transfer window, and there and over to Mutre. 12 o'clock, prepare a pen transfer window, no to me out to our Europe. And no, and I shall Ghana players be to me, I moves, and I won't so wɔn nso wɔtumi ɛtena hɔ nom a anaasɛ wɔte ɛyɛ wɔn current ɛyɛ team a wɔba bɛtɔ wɔn a nyinaa no ɛno nso yɛde ɛho nsɛm ɛbrɛ wɔ yɛn nsɛm brɛ no yɛbɛkɔ ɛyɛ Algerian giant a wɔn din ɛde ɛyɛ Ent Sportif Setif a wɔn nso wɔde ɛyɛ abɛto dwa sɛ ɛyɛ West African Football Academy wɔn striker bɔdɛ a ne din ɛde ɛyɛ Daniel Omote wɔn nso wɔsɛ aberanteɛ wɔnya wɔbɛsan no deɛ ɛkɔ so biara no yɛde bɛbrɛ yɛn ahwɛfo sɛ wɔbɛsan no sɛ wɔntumi nsan no yɛde bɛbrɛ yɛn ahwɛfo ɛwɔ na Torino wɔn nso wɔtumi akɔyɛ offer ɛde ama Trabzonspor a wɔn nso 8 million euros ɛna wɔtumi ɛde akɔpie Trabzonspor akakye a wɔn nso wɔsɛ wɔhwehwɛ aberanteɛ a ne din ɛde ɛyɛ Kalib Ekuban na wɔtumi abɛgyina anim hɔ ama wɔn na wɔtumi epiapia ama wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ Trabzonspor wɔbɛgye ato wɔn nyi ntom no ɛno nso no ɔkyena yɛde nyinaa ɛbɛbrɛ yɛahwɛfoɔ na ɛno no Ghanaian youngster ɔno nso ne din de ɛyɛ Ernest ɛyɛ Ejiri ɔno nso ne deal no ayɛ official wɔtumi akɔdwan ne bɔɔboku a ne din ɛde ɛyɛ Lavadia Talena ɛno nso akɔyɛ asɛm dɛ wɔ hɔ noma ama Ghana fo nyinaa yɛfi hɔ no na tew yɛkɔ amano ne sɛdeɛ American kan no na European transfer no ɛndɛ ɛna wɔtum nti moves no ebi ɛyɛ ebi nso ɛkɔ ɛno ɛna aberanteɛ a ne din ɛde ɛyɛ Ozan Kabak ɔno wakɔdwan ne ɛyɛ Liverpool bɔɔboku na ɛno nso no akɔyɛ asɛm dɛ ama Liverpool hwɛ a Liverpool mmeranteɛ no wɔn a wɔwɔ akyi hɔnom nyinaa defenders no wɔn apirapira aberanteɛ ebi gyina hɔnom na wɔn nso wabɔ ne ho mmɔden na Liverpool nso atumi afa ne ntoma pa efira ɛno no deal na loan deal na Liverpool atumi aprapra no nso yɛde ɛho nsɛm ɛbrɛ yɛn ahwɛfoɔ na yɛfi hɔnom no yɛbɛkae a aberanteɛ Lionel Messi na ɔyɛ capitano ɛde ma Barcelona bɔɔbokuo no ɔno nso ne ho nsɛm bi abɛtɔ dwa na pipa bi a ɛwɔ Spanish anaasɛ ɛwɔ Spain wɔn atumi ade ɛyɛ nsɛm bi abɛto dwa akɔ ɛyɛ secret a na ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Barcelona ɛno ɛna wɔde abɛto dwa a wɔpa kyerɛ sɛ Lionel Messi ɛyɛ ne contract a ɔsan no ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ 492 million euros a saa aberanteɛ wɔ se football history no akɔyɛ asɛm a anaasɛ akɔyɛ biribi a ebi ɛnsi da na ɛno na Barcelona fo akɔ bɛnkrom a wɔpa kyerɛ sɛ saa ntwuro yi anaasɛ krataa a ɛyɛ Spanish La Liga anaasɛ nkrɔfoɔ ɛde bɛ abɔnten no ɛwɔ sɛ wɔsi wɔn a ɛno nso no nkrɔfoɔ wɔn anhwɛ ne yie a Barcelona ɛbɛde wɔn bɛkɔ court na ɛno nso no ɛnkɔyɛ asɛm dɛ ɛma wɔn a ɛno nso yɛhwɛ deɛ ɛbɛsi ɛwɔ hɔ nom na ɛno na Sergio Dex ɛyɛ Barcelona wɔn right back a ɔno nso ofi ɛyɛ Ajax a nano ɛde wɔkɔ sign na ɔprɛprɛ ma Barcelona no ne ho ɛkan kakra na ɛnɛ da yi Barcelona atadwe wɔn ate asɛm da Sergio Dex wɔtumi abɛka ɛyɛ training team no ho a wɔn training fɛfɛɛfɛ Wednesday wɔn Granada Copa del Rey a match a wɔbɛbɔ no anhwɛ ne yɛ a na aberanteɛ yi wɔtumi aka ɛyɛ squad no ho a yɛde ɛho nsɛm ɛbrɛ yɛn etiefoɔ na yɛfi hɔ nom deɛ yɛde twa to kora no ɛyɛ Arsenal de Gunners wɔ manager ne din ɛde Mikel Arteta transfer windows no ɔno nso n'ani abere pan sɛ ɔbɛsan aberanteɛ a ne din de ɛyɛ Edu ɛno ɛna ɔde abɛto dwa sɛ ɔne Edu ɛkasa kora sen ne yere a ɔne no ɛda ɛyɛ mpa baako so na ɛno ɛho nsɛm nso deɛ ɛbɛsi bia no ɔkyena yɛde breaking news no ɛbɛbrɛ ɛwɔ ha na aha ɛna yɛde agudie mu nsɛm no nyinaa ɛbɛsi ɛdi a megye so ɛyɛ Eisa Richard wobɛkyimi afrɛ me the Saint in Sports a megye mu ama honorable chairbafoɔ na kasɛbɔ nkae no ɔde atoa so aman
yɛfa asadista PSA Emma Saint in Sports ɛyɛ Richard Eisa ɛwɔ bra wɔde awɔkansie ho nsɛm ɛbɛda sabe sɛ deɛ yɛfa meka boom entu sɛ aboa kɔde a ne hwene ɛsa ntamu ɛnkɔ amonone na yɛtie amonone nsɛm ɛnkra ɛfiri Somalia ɛbɛtɔ edwa ɛkyerɛ sɛ sabe sɛ deɛ ɛtɔtukuo bi a yɛfrɛ Shababfoɔ akeka ho a wɔnom akɔto ahyɛ hotels bi so ɛnam so ama enipa bebree ɛna sabe edi amia ɛnam so ama nipa dodoɔ nan so ɛna ɛkasetia ɛwɔ ɛrukasɛm a ɛdi ahim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Somalia kuro emu ɛnkra efiri Somalia apolisifoɔ ɛnkyɛn ɛne sɛ atuate kuo bi a yɛfrɛ El Shabab for sabe o makeka mo ho a enye fedi agrokra enkra no ekwa so ekyerɛ mu sɛ saa nkɔfo yi a yɛfrɛ militant group yi edi etuo ahyehye wɔn ho a wɔnom ebowura a ɛyɛ ahomegyebea bi a yɛfrɛ no African Hotel ɛhɔ ɛna sabe na hɔhoɔ a efirichichi ɛne bɛnkyɛ amantirifi ene amantiri no enwa ekyehia edu omu dwuma ehonom ena saa El Shabab foi etum nika edi tuo koto hye omu so a onom ehye asese onom toto edigu ahoho a sabre na omukwaji omahwen ewo ahomegyebea ho enam so ama sabe sedie enipa bebre ena sabre onom eho aka adwamu ewo Africa Hotel ya ewo Somalia kronimu enkra no ekoso ekyeremu se ebra saa enipa bonifo yi eduru ahomegyebea ho no sabra no na apolisifoɔ anasa ɔmanu bambɔfoɔ anya ade a ɔnom hɔ ɛnam so ɛma saa atuatefoɔ yi enya kokoduo edi akakabensɛm edi mensɛm ɛwɔ hotel hɔ a na ɛso ebi eni hɔ ɛnam so ama sabre sɛdeɛ enipa dodoɔ no a ɛna ɛkasa tia saa atuate dɔm a sabre ɔmokɔm ho a na ɔnom ɛko etia hɔho a wɔnom ɛkɔ amanfoɔ ekuro so polisi kasamafoɔ a ɔwɔ Mogadishu ɛna ɔde saa ensɛm etudwa enkran ekwaso ekyiremu se aban abambofo edimirika ntente ekọ senka omnum eno omukwakoto ayirimu nanso ebra omukọ eno na saa etwatufo edi nsemoni a na eno ebinwo nanso onum ebo moden eye de obetumi aye biara sane ebeya ahoho a na ehonum betumi akon age wonum afiri saa nipa bonefo entemu wonum ekọ so eye de obetumi aye biara ama sabre sedie enkra abetodwa no se enipa nkono enenam framamu se wonum atoa nananom ewon seedo nanso ebesi ne enya de a Somalia aban aba abonten ede abetodwa se asem a edi ahim ede dincheche tempenta kwase enipa enkono bi atoa nanam won seedo enokro bi ewo mu ana enkra no ekwaso kire se El Shabab kuoyi kame ayese wonum ene eku a yefam akaidafo ena ekọ ena ekra na eto kese ewo Somalia manimu wie ebusia empenise anoma ekyerso a ogibo ena ekwan no ewa seden ala ekowie ewo abobon aha ene ebegibre na yede akan kesebon abese nenso ansan ebekọ no odofo yenhwe keseboi de na edimu akoti ni bi Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufu Ado akasa achire Ghanafo enyina de toso aduonu miensa se one na aban ene apomden asoye ede nyama egu kwan so a ono benyetimi enya vaccine ne yetimi ade akon etia yade COVID-19 sala ena se ukọ Somalia mamu a sabre atuatete ekuo bi sabre no omakoto ahye hotel bi so a enam so ama ani aye nan wie mia meje bre ebekenkan akan kesebro emamu ene anwumre eye amansan sonfo Obin Che Bafo Memamu Mo Nisha Enyad